And hello everybody, Pikeman here. Long time no see. Let's get rolling. I just need to get this countdown off the top of the screen. Oh baby, there we go. We're good to go. Alright, stand by everyone, and we'll get launched. Yeah, you'll have to forgive me. It has been some time since I last streamed, probably almost a year ago, give or take. So I'm going to turn down the audio capture on the game a little bit, because it's a bit noisy. How about there? That feels good to me. And I can turn down what I'm hearing as well, because it's a bit loud on my side. And let me know if that is too loud, too quiet, or just right. Okay, so what we're going to play today is a little Airborne Kingdoms. Airborne Kingdom is a fantastic little city builder that I've actually played through from beginning to end. And have left it alone for a couple of weeks. And decided I wanted to come back to it and share it with you, all you wonderful people. And it's a standard city builder, but with a twist, as you can see. You are in midair, floating. And we'll get into the minutia of the lore as we go, so I won't bore you with that just now, but we will move on to actually playing the game. Now, this is a passion project, just so you all know. One that a small team built over 3 years. Let's listen to the intro.
In a bygone age, a kingdom existed like no other. This kingdom did not anchor its power. This kingdom took to the skies. The Airborne Kingdom traveled to every kingdom on the ground, sharing knowledge, culture, and tradition. Its great council guided the lands through a golden age. Yet, long before even our elders can remember, the Airborne Kingdom vanished.
Bum bum bum.
The people sought to continue their harmony, but self-interest began to overrule. The land's 3 regions slowly isolated. Trade, travel, connections all unwound. Kingdoms contracted, and small settlements nearby were nearly wiped away. Bygone times turned to legend. But in the tapestry, we found instructions. A blueprint to remake the technology of the ancients. A prophecy to restore the Airborne Kingdom. There was but one belief we had wrong that day, though it proved vital. For such a finding was no chance at all.
Bum 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 bum. All right, liftoff. All our painstaking efforts have succeeded. Our home flies. Yet this is only the beginning. To truly rebuild the ancients' visions, we need to find every kingdom upon the lands and befriend them as common allies. We also need inhabitants to form our great council in this new empire. We should start with the kingdom of Rutula. Rutula. Let's say Rutula. It's very Italian, yeah? Not far from us, and the only kingdom we know. But first, we must build houses and find supplies. Let us begin. Alright. Just stand by one. I'm gonna quickly double check that all my things are working. Looks good, yeah? Yeah, it's very good. Alright, so what are we gonna do? So this is our beautiful and lovely airship. We're running at about 50 frames per second. So if you find that it's a little bit herky-jerky or annoying, please let me know and I will make some adjustments on my side. It might be... bit rate might be a touch high for my system. But anyway, we haven't played in a long time, so that's why we're going to take it easy and allow ourselves a little compassion. Things might go wrong. Things might go right. So what do we got to do? We need to do basic controls, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we all know that stuff, right? You know, WASD, pans, right click, lets us rotate camera. We can zoom in, zoom out, all that great stuff. So no worries there. Stand by, my phone is wibble wobbling at me. Find out what's going on here. Nice. All right. Mechanical Animal just sent me a fantastic set of shots of a what looks like a wood stove that he stripped, painted. Oh my god. Full restore, man. This is a rusty relic wreck. It looks brand new, like he bought it from the store. That guy has talent. All right, so people and work. What do we got to do here? On the top bar, you can see the amount of people that have joined you. On the left is the number of people, and that's there. And on the right is the number of housing blocks. So we don't have enough housing. Each person requires one housing block because, yo, they be pampered. It happens with no specific assigned task. We'll build any available construction. If there's no available construction, they are not assigned to work. They'll show as an idle worker count, which is this number here. We have 9 idle. Try to build some housing. Sure can do. So one of the things I want to do since I played this already is play it on a bit of a harder difficulty for me, which is I'm trying to try not to pause, excuse me. So I'm going to set this to medium. I don't know that it's really needed. Oh, come on. I have to restart the game? We're not going to do that. Fine. Save. All right. Just a sec. Looking to start. Oh, that's great. It looks for game capture and everything now. It doesn't just drop you to your desktop. Oh, Streamlabs OBS, you've come so far. You do make me a happy camper. Standby 1, we are restarting the game. You're all a bunch of patient people. All 0 viewers of you. Oh, am I supposed to say that? Am I supposed to break that wall? All right, standby 1. Game is relaunching. They're looking for a game to capture. Looks good. Game is captured. And we're good to launch. Get back at it. So that should make the stream a little smoother. Yeah, absolutely. Good. All right, so here we go. We got to build. So we don't have a research yet, but we don't have an academy to actually do research. So we need housing blocks. So how do we want our city to actually look? So let's just have a thought here. One way I was thinking of it is we could put housing across the front. You know, they get the best view. But the other way of thinking of it is you want housing to be sort of sheltered, right? I think what we could do is build a little bit of housing off the side here. If I can click on the right button. So let's do something like so. Something like so. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Well, we'll go 15 out on each of these. So we need to build. We have to. There's a number of things you have to keep in mind in this game. Okay. Since we are a flying fortress. City. You basically need to build a city that is going to keep itself aloft, right? So it has enough lift, which is this number up here, and that it is also going to be stable, that there isn't going to be a significant tilt. So if we look at it right now, there isn't a large tilt because people don't like to eat their ham and eggs and have them slide off the table in the morning. I don't know what these guys eat. We'll say it's, you know, green eggs and ham. So that's, you're thinking about lift, you're thinking about stability, so tilt, and then you're also thinking about speed, how fast you can actually maneuver your kingdom. And so we're going to we are going to move a little slowly in the beginning, and I'm going to use pause because I'm explaining some things, and we're planning out our civilization. But, you know, once we're actually rolling, we'll try not to pause at all. So let's, the thing with housing blocks is that they need to have access to a path, but you can clump them in 4, in which case the ones that are in the back don't need access. So you can see what I'm doing here. These guys don't actually need access. So we're going to do something like this. We don't have any trees left, so that went smoothly. I'm just trying to think if I skunked myself. Buildings until we might have. I think because you have to be able to pick up resources, right? And the only way to get resources are on the ground. Yeah. So building until any buildings must be connected to the town center via paths, just like I was explaining. Housing blocks can come 2x2 squares, so that looks great. Later constructions may have similar clumping properties. Okay, good to know. When placing buildings, pay careful attention to tilt, as adding too much weight to one side or the other will tip your kingdom, which may annoy your population and slow you down. All right, so in theory, we're building this. We might get a little wood per hour. We don't. So the question is, can we build hangars without wood? We can, so we use adobe. Now hangars are what we use to get those wonderful resources on the ground. So right now you hear that pinging sound. That pinging sound is them completing buildings. Voila. Ici. See? Very beautiful. So gathering resources. You may be up in the skies, but you need to gather resources from the ground. Your people can reach these resources with a hangar building. Hangars contain planes, which allow your people to fly to the ground and grab materials. A hangar should be one of the first buildings you construct. Once you have one, left-click on a nearby forest and assign people to gather wood. Awesome. Easy peasy. So I'm kind of thinking that I want to have, you know, housing districts on both sides here. And easy access to the hangars, though, in order to make work easier for our people. Now the thing is, like, we want them to be able to access the hangars quickly and easily. So one other way of doing this is we could have a housing district on one side and industrial district on the other side. But you see what I mean about tilt. Watch. So if I go all the way out to the far edge, it says that we're now tilting to the right. But it's still in the blue, which is fine. Up to something like, I think it's maybe 2 or 3 degrees, it's fine. Your people will accept it. After you get into the like 4s, they start to become unhappy. So I'm thinking what we could do is just measuring this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a housing block. And then we put in a blank and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Another housing block. Actually, we don't even need the blank because we can chunk them all together. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're going to put a path in, and then right there is where we're going to put, well, we'll do that to mark where we're going. Get rid of that. All right. And then we will build that hangar like so, and then let our people get to work. So far, we have 4 homes for our 9 citizens. That's going to make them a little down in the mouth. So you can see we have jubilant citizens right here, 4 of them. That's because they have homes and their needs have been met. And 5 are, you know, contributing to their displeasure as they don't have homes. But they're still satisfied, which is kind of surprising. Their lives must have really sucked prior to this. So, all right. So we now have this going. Let's have a look around. Below us is the Tapestry Ruin. An unremarkable ruin is covered in sand, similar to the hundreds scattered across the barrens, the cursed earth. And yet, within its walls, we find the prophecy that we hope can change the fate of an empire. For at the beginning of this legend, the Tapestry Ruin was still unmarked and unknown, and yet, through the course of our story, it would become the genesis of myth. From the Journals of Our Travels by Muluab, the Second Chronicler. Nice. So that's where we found the information to build our first Airborne Kingdom. So I'm going to move us over this resource here. This is trees. I love the low poly look. It's awesome. There's 38 remaining. We can get about 2 trees per trip. So we're going to assign as many workers as we can to that task. while leaving a little bit. Well, no, let's just assign everybody. There's not enough aircraft to give more than 7 access, so we're gonna have a couple of idle, which is actually perfect because we want our situation where we can assign a few idle people to construction as soon as we have more building materials. So, movement, unlike other kingdoms, your kingdom can move. You can simply right-click and start moving. Being unmoored has advantages. You can get closer to resources that would otherwise be too far away. The closer you are to a resource, the faster you gather it. Simple, right? So you can see our planes taking off down there. Having a good flight. Looks good. Just a sec, I'm making an adjustment here to my displays. I got another monitor over the Cyber Monday week. Cyber, whatever it's called. Cyber week, Cyber Monday week. And so it's giving me a lot more real estate to actually do streams with. That's one of the reasons I'm streaming again. That and health is better, and I got the time. And because I missed you fine folks. So, oh, and I can't see my chat menu. Get that sorted. Perfect. Alright, team. So we're basically just going to rob this forest, and the beauty of forests is that they will regrow. We want to speed it up. Actually, we can build more houses while we're waiting. Let's build a balancing bunch of... Oh, we need more wood. Come on, bring us wood. Give us wood, please. You can see our little workers here. Right now, what they're doing is if you watch them moving along here, hold on, like this guy, he's gathering wood from the forest and he's dropping it off here. So you can see how that kind of slows the process, but what we can do is put warehouses in various areas along the structure. I'm kind of thinking, I like the idea of putting warehouses in front because they sort of, unfortunately, block the view, but they also, like, protect our small community from bad weather and act as sort of a shield that blows encroaching winds over and beyond. Because these guys have enough to deal with, right? So there you go. So that will give almost everyone a home. Can we stack yet? No, we have to research that. So almost everybody has a home. We're working on it. We'll get there. So, and the other thing we can do, so you can see how these 4 clustered. If we start a new cluster like this, you can see that it's separated from this cluster. Not basically just these clusters will build up over time. Same with this one. And yeah, it's a nice little feature. And we're pretty balanced now, so you can like go on the horizontal, take a peek, and we're just a slight tilt over to our right-hand side. Alright, so what is it telling you? Constructing a flying platform is hard. Beyond basic and storage buildings, you must research any new constructions at an academy, so that they may work in the skies. I've suddenly turned into Captain Kirk. Your people may not have many ideas for buildings yet, but an Adobe kiln would be a useful addition, so that you can transform sand into Adobe. That's what this is, sand into Adobe. Create an academy and start researching Adobe kiln. Sure thing. So the question is, where do we want to actually build our academy? We need 30 wood, which we've used up. So we need to find another wood supply. Let's go get this. I'll fly over there. So right now, everybody's got a home. There are 12 homes, 9 inhabitants, lots of idle people. We're running low. Well, we're starting to eat through our food and water, but low, there's an oasis. So we'll send some people there to start collecting water, and we'll send the remainder to collect wood. And there are other resources to collect, so coal. Coal deposits are important because coal is what keeps you, fires your steam engines essentially, and keeps you in the air, right? You run out of coal. Actually, I've never run out of coal. I kind of want to do that now. You will probably make a save. I'm not sure if it ends your game and you crash into the ground, smearing your civilization across several acres of the Barrens, or if it just, you know, causes severe unhappiness. If there's sort of like a reserve tank, like, so once it hits 0, you have like 5 minutes to find coal. We'll do this for science. That's what we're gonna do, yeah, together. So anyway, early in the game here, right now we're collecting water, we're collecting some wood, and we're collecting our coal deposits. Well, we will collect some coal deposits. So let's back that off. Send one worker to collect coal. We'll speed this up a little bit. Man, it is a pretty game. I wish I had the capacity to stream it on Ultra. The next patch they have coming up, though, I think they've put some visual enhancements in play. Or not visual enhancements, optimizing in play with the visuals. Because I found, like, I'm running a 1080, so that's pretty significant. I have sufficient power, 16 gigs of RAM, and I can't remember my GPU off the top of my head, but it's pretty decent. You know, I mean, it's a generation or two back at this point. So I should be able to run this at Ultra, and the fact that it gets a little chunky is suggesting that they need to optimize. But remember, this is a small team, 4 individuals, I think, with some contractors supporting them to come up with things like music and that sort of thing. This is a passion project by a small group. So, you know, they've spent 3 years working on it. They finally launched it. People love it, and they have a roadmap to success in the future. I'm all with just hanging on with them and seeing what they do. I'm really looking forward to a new game mode that's coming out, which will make the game harder, because right now it's very easy. But I actually like that, because you can just chill out and you can talk to your friends while you play, and you can listen to podcasts. And I'm a very high-strung person, and this game just lets me zen out after a difficult day. So I love it. All right, so we've burned through all of our wood. Water is full, coal is full. It is time to move on. But before we move on, we are going to build that research academy. So where do we want to put this? I'm thinking... Oh, did I do that? I bet you I did. Stand by, chat. I think we made a mistake with the building, and you were probably all watching me saying, Mega Man, come on, dude. So if I bring up housing, yeah. So I need to move this housing over one, because I want a path through here, right beside our central facility. What is this thing called? The town center. Yeah. So basically you click, select move, and you pay a small amount of resources to do it. Early in the game, it's a bit of a, what would you call it? An expense? But we'll sort all this out, you know? This is what building games are about. You make mistakes. All right, let's check out what's up here. We got ourselves an exciting little village, small settlement. We approach a hovel on the edge of nowhere. Some settlers may wish to join us, to leave the land's toil behind. Settlers, by necessity, are hard and tireless, are recalled our own home just abandoned. The people here would have to uproot their lives soon, like we did. So we shall see who will come with us. Shamato Zim, they'll join, no problem. Tugo Uros, no problem. And Hilyet Udar, no problem. That gives us 3 more people. And we are no longer, we have no longer any free inhabitant spaces, but that's fine because we built enough early on to make it okay. So we need more wood at this point. Let's move up, head this way. We'll harvest the food from here, the wood from there. We'll position ourselves centrally so you can see we can get the food. We can get ourselves some clay, and we can get our wood that we need to build up our facility. So it says we're supposed to recruit more people. For your kingdom to thrive, you must always look for more people to join. Potential migrants can be found at small settlements. They look at the happiness of your current inhabitants to judge whether they'd like to join. So as you can see, we just got 3 individuals. The lower down the individual in the list, the more happiness you have to display. So the lowest, I think, is jubilant. Next one up is something like satisfied. And then the last one is... a sec. Is mediocre. They'll join if it's mediocre. Alright, so let's get more wood going on here. Food is rebuilding, as you can see, very quickly, so we can pull a person off of that. And we're going to send that other person down to this ruin, this relic ruin, and see what they can find. Should be excellent. Alright, so you can see I messed up my housing here. We need to move these guys over. We need to move these guys back over. But it costs resources. But we're gonna do it anyway. Because I can't stand an unsightly facility. It'll drive me crazy. So this is how I'm gonna do this move back. 1. And 2. Actually, maybe is it costing me resources? It's supposed to. I don't mind. We'll do this. You'll be happy. It's all good, right? Alright, so we'll build this path down here. And we're gonna put this academy in play. I kind of want this to wrap around. Like so. So that I can put the academy facing that direction. So the idea is we will wrap this path around like so. We'll have to move these houses, but that's fine. And we will basically have research sitting behind our town center. And that'll work out very nicely. All right. Open research tree. So we can't, there's quite a significant research tree if you look. We got basics, which include, you know, benefits to how your hangars, housing blocks, and town centers function. They give you things like maximum possible speed increases, reduce, this is increased coal usage, or storage, and other benefits. You're allowed to stack things, so on and so forth. It's really, really excellent stuff. These are resource-based improvements, storage-based improvements, lift, which means, you know, this number here, we want to increase that so we can have more buildings. If we go beyond it, people get unhappy. Propulsion, obviously, how fast we move. And finally, desires are how you keep your people happy, essentially. So, right now, as you can see, we can't do any of these. We can do storage, a little bit of resources, and some basics. So we're going to do as the tutorial requires of us to build the Adobe kiln. It's going to require that we transform, it's going to allow us to transform sand into Adobe, but to do this, we're going to need 3 people on the job. And at the moment, we only have 1 idle. So to do something about that, we're going to take a look at what's going on around us. And we're going to pull 1 person, 2 people off the job, and then they should go over and start working at the academy, because the academy, as you can see, requires 5 people and 2 lift to have as part of our facility. So this is a bit of an issue, as you can see, because right now with this 5 people working there, it doesn't leave us many idle people to actually do work, to go out into the world and grab resources. So I actually missed what we got here. We got relics, so this is what relics are. So we got 4 of them, and basically they're a currency that we use to trade for blueprints, which allows us to then go in and unmask these research items. So pretty simple, research is powerful, that's what we want to do. Research, research, research. So I'm just taking a look around to see if there's anything else worth grabbing. So in the interim, we're going to grab a little sand, oh, it's clay. I've been saying sand the whole time. No kidding. Adobe is not made out of sand, Pika. Adobe is made out of clay. Ding dong. All right, open the research tree. So we need to apply another form of research. As you can see, everything's blocked out, but we're getting close to our lift limit. Can't do anything about it. What about storage? Well, storage, all of these allow us to stack our storage higher, which is kind of a good idea. Or increase our storage size for our warehouses. And what do I mean by stack it higher? I mean to suggest that we have a standard water tower. Instead of having to have 2 water towers side by side, we can take the one that's sitting beside our primary water tower and just stack it on top. Save space. So what are we going to do in the interim? I think we want to have more planes available. That's good. We could increase the resource gathering rate. I think we're going to do increase the maximum possible speed, because we want to be able to move places as quickly as possible. Oh, we're still collecting food. That's why we have so few individuals. Well, shiver me timbers. Whoops, wrong game. My apologies. So, moving on, let's see what's down over here. We got a little something we can explore here. It's called Fluorescent Ponds. A small number Oh, sorry. A number of small ponds glow with strange colors next to a small abandoned settlement. The walls of the buildings are dyed in a similar color to the waters. The source of the pigment is a mystery, but it appears we can change the color of our buildings with these new dyes. All right. So let's have a look at that. This is your customizing motifs. So right now we have iron for our metal and barrens for both our walls and our floor tiles. But we can now do daybreak. So let's see what something big like our main facility looks like in daybreak. It's hard to say because the sun's just coming up. We're gonna leave it until the sun... Oops, I applied it to everything. Let's fix that. Apply it to everything. And then we're just gonna change this one. Apply to type. Perfect. We'll see what it looks like later. Moving along then. Move along. Move along. Good old Star Wars references. Alright, let's take a look around and see what our next step... Oh, building placement. Your people do not enjoy living next to certain buildings, like the one you just finished researching. They are indicated with a red radius when you place them, so pay careful attention when placing these buildings so they are far away from your housing. You can also move any building by selecting the building and clicking the move icon. This will help when you need to rebalance, but it's going to cost resources to do that. Building motifs. You have found a new building motif at an abandoned settlement. These dyes let you customize your building colors. Shows us how to do that. I already explained that. Blah, blah, blah. We're good. All right. So we got plenty of food. We've got we've got plenty of water. Our lift is starting to run out. We're slowing down because we have too many buildings, and our current coal situation is good. So we're not going to fall out of the sky anytime soon. But before we make a major decision on where we go next... Whoop, there's a city up there. What else is there that we can get at? Wood. Relics. Yeah. This is looking pretty decent. Alright, well let's build the adobe plant though. So that's a resource. The adobe kiln. So you can see... homes here are not going to like this. Where do we put it then? I mean, we can... The beauty is you only really need one adobe kiln. I kind of wanted... You know what? I want to mirror this. I'm going to put one of these on the opposite side. One of these hangers. So for now, what we're going to do is this... You can see the red radius. This will be far enough away from our living structures that no one will complain. And it's close enough that people will be easily able to build their loads and take them over to where they're being stored in the town center. And when we put some warehouses out here, it'll be even faster. In fact, can we build a warehouse yet? We can. So let's put one in right here. So that way, when people come up to deliver their resources, they can just step right across the street. It'll be very quick, and it'll keep them moving. All right, so speed. With each building you construct, drag is added to your kingdom, which slows down your movement speed. To get your speed back up, you must create propulsion buildings. You are continually using resources like coal, food, water. The faster you travel, the less time it takes to get places, the fewer resources used along the way. Build enough propulsion to close to a max speed, or upgrade your town center to go even faster. How do you upgrade your town center? Oh, right. The research that we are doing at the moment. So currently, food's good. We're gonna head over here and see what this city's all about. Maybe we can get some blueprints to get some propulsion or some lift, because we're running out of both really fast. We are slow, as you can imagine, at 34% of our speed. Oh, that ping means our warehouse is finished. So this is good. So you can see now, we have people making adobe out of the clay we collected. We have people working in the hangars. And when I assign some more workers, they should just come piling out of their homes, jump in their vertibirds, fly down here, do their thing. And all my workers are busy. Oh, we have so few people left to do actual tasks. Burp. Derp. So we want that relic before we go to this town, because I'm hoping this town's gonna have a few things for us. Yes. A few wonderful blueprints. Well, that's why we had someone working way far out. So they've come back. So we have 2 idle now. The relic was found. How many does that give us? See, this guy's flying home. He's gonna land. What did you get? Show me what you get. How many? So he's carrying... Wait. You still have to go... He's still gonna take the relics to the town center. Well, but at least most of the resources seem to be going here, like, from the adobe kiln, you see? Going back and forth. That's very quick. I like that. So, there we go. We got 7 relics. So 3 more. You can hover your mouse over the top bar. It'll show information panels. Oh yes, we've already been doing that. So, like so. Then we can click on things and it tells us where stuff is. Let's go find out what the Kingdom of Rutula is interested in. So how's everybody's day going on out there? It's a lovely Sunday here in Nova Scotia, Canada. We are enjoying it. We had an extremely heavy storm last night in terms of wind and rain. I know, rain in January. Whew, global warming. But, no, it was good to get that out of the way. We lost power, but now we're just having a lovely post-storm Sunday where everything is nice. So the Kingdom of Rutula. To fulfill the prophecy, we must have Rutula allied with us. Sorry. Our machines awe the crowd and give us essentially an audience with the Queen. We may also seek ancient blueprints that we combine with our knowledge to make wondrous technologies. Alright, so first things first, let's seek assistance. Or they seek our assistance. The Queen tells us the Great Conservatory is in ruins. If only we could find the resources and lend them some of our work source to reconstruct it. Completing such a request is the first step to gaining a kingdom's trust, eventually reconnecting them together to establish the prophecy once more. So they want us to give them 10 wood, which we don't have, and 2 adobe, which we just barely have, and 2 workers, which we do have. 2 idols. That's perfect. And that is right over there. I think that's the ruined conservatory. So we'll have to go find wood before we can do that. We will talk to them about blueprints, so we can get a glass smelter, a wing, which gives us lift, and a sail, which gives us propulsion. The thing is, the wing requires 2 people and a lot of resources, but it generates pretty average in its cost. It doesn't require fuel, but it does require 2 workers. So that's a bit of an issue, because we're running out of workers. The sail is high cost, takes no fuel, so no coal. 4 workers to run, so even worse, but it's high speed. I think I expanded too quickly, everyone. So we need 3 and 3. We're gonna get the propulsion and lift, because those are our limiters. The glass can wait. And we don't need to barter for resources. So, kingdoms and allegiances. To create the legendary Airborne kingdom, you must ally with all 12 kingdoms throughout the land, perform tasks to help them as the old Airborne kingdom would have done. Remake the prosperity from the times of the ancients. Perhaps allying will get you something in return, which is true. We do get stuff in return. We get peoples and resources. To completely rebuild that glorious Airborne kingdom, you must also have a population of 150 people, which will form the Great Council. So essentially, we need to ally with 12 kingdoms. Now they say allegiances, but that's not correct. They're allied to us. They don't have their allegiance to us. That means we would control them. We would be their liege. And that's not the case. We're a bunch of people hanging out together who like each other and have decided to work together. And at this point, no one's working with us because we're not that impressive. So 12 alliances and get at least 150 people in our kingdom. Can do. All right. So let's take a look around. There is some wood over there, but I think we just harvested that, so it's regrowing. Food is fine. Water is being refilled. So we're going to head this way and pick up these forests. Why? Because we needs it. We needs it, precious. We needs it so much. Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry already. I just started. How long have we been live for? 42 minutes. Well, hey, 42 minutes, you should all have a sip of water. You should all have a stretch. Stand up. Don't want to throw clots. There we go. Oh. this, all the popping. Yeah, pop and lock. Though at my age, pop and lock doesn't mean dancing with some pretty amazing skill sets, but rather just your limbs getting stuck and popping a lot. All right, let's get as many people as we can on the woods. We're gonna pull people off this coal deposit. So we're gonna add another the wood. And coal is at max. We need more lift. So why are people just satisfied? The kingdom is off balance? Oh man, look at that. I'm a terrible, terrible patron. So how do we fix it? Let's slow things down a little bit. Well, first things we're gonna do is we're going to move our houses around so we can get that path in place. Wish there was a hotkey for move, and there is not, so it is slow. Yeah, so they're coming out with a new Game Plus mode, which will make the game harder, which I'm really looking forward to testing out. That's going to be very, very cool. So there, we have our spot in place now for the next observatory, and we will move... Oh, damn it. Did that wrong. Well done. Well done, Pika. I think we have to wait for that to be built. So, let's speed it up while they build. But we have no one idle, so we don't have any building going on. Let's take someone off there. Town center upgraded. Max 10 propulsion. Awesome. We really needed that. Let's slow things down a little bit while we choose our next. So, we need to research these things to get them. I think lift is going to be our next limiter, so we'll put that in. It's going to take us 2 hours, no problem. All right, how does this thing look? Oh yeah, it's very nice. That's good color. I like it. Okay, so we now can move our... Yep, works perfectly. Like so. This one won't move. I don't know why. There, now it'll move. Oh, probably because I was trying to move a critical tile. If I tried to move it, things would fall to the ground below. And that would be the end of the world. At least for those guys. Okay, so you can see how off balance we are. But that's okay, because we are now going to put in play our next facility that's going to help to balance that. So, what do we need? We don't need fruit storage. I think we'll put another hangar in just as sort of like a future-proof scenario. So we want this, yeah. And that will help balance things, I think. Yep, everyone should be happy now. Is there even... Yeah, there's one person who will help build this, which is fine. It's all good. Water's full, so we can pull this person off water. Add them... We'll let them do... the forest. I was gonna say construction, but... we actually don't need this quickly. What we need are people. So if we check out the map, we've gotten this settlement, we've got this fluorescent pond, this is where we started, down here. We basically moved up like so. So I think our plan, because we need more people, is we're gonna max out the wood. We'll clear this wood out, this forest, and then we'll go back and help them with their observatory. Because the moment we do that, we will see some other people come and join us. Right, what's it saying about lift? Your town center can only lift so much weight. In order to expand your kingdom, you must place buildings that generate lift. Carefully place your lift buildings to keep your kingdom balanced. Note that while other buildings pull their side of the kingdom down, lift buildings will push their side up. Yeah, so we're gonna have to put a wing in, probably over on this side at some point. There we go, we got the wing. Like I planned it. What do we want to do? Let's just get the sail out of the way. And let's speed this up. So we're down to 33 in the forest. The thing, I don't want to move over there and get this going because we sort of have to stick close. So my idea is we're going to clear out this forest. And then what we'll do is we'll head back and we'll plant ourselves in the middle here. Refill coal, water. And is there anything else that we can get access to? We can get clay. If we park ourselves here, water, coal, clay, while we build here. I think that's a pretty good idea. Time will tell if that's actually a good idea, though. Alright, so how close are we to cleaning this out? 23, you know, it's good enough. Let's head back. Oh my god, we're so slow. Alright, we got the sail researched. I want to decrease the construction cost. Nah, it's really expensive at this moment. Yeah. Let's just increase the lift it generates. I think that's a good idea. Take us 8 hours, but it's an acceptable amount of time. So we're gonna place ourselves somewhere, maybe here. That should get coal, water, clay. What if we went like that? We still... Well, we're gonna try. We're gonna assist them. Take 2 of our workers. We send them workers and the extra people that they need. Sorry, the extra resources they need. People and workers. Alright, so water needs 1 worker. Coal, 1 worker. And that's all we have. Womp womp. That's fine, because what we're basically going to try to do here is rebuild the conservatory. As you can see, it's building up over here. Voila. C'est très bien. We'll build that up, and then they'll be so overjoyed that they'll throw their sons and daughters at us. So with our resources and labor, the conservatory is whole again. Again whole. Upon seeing our efforts, a couple of locals join our cause, agreeing to take part in our great council. Yes, the great conservatory is still withered, its grove rotted. The queen asks us to find a sapling from the golden trees of Kaldauer to replant this once beautiful garden. Very well, we will do this thing. The exact whereabouts of the tree is unknown, but their rumored location is marked on our map. That's going to make it relatively easy to find. We can do this. So the quote is, "We then understood the Queen's need for the conservatory, for its magnificent grove was a symbol of unity, and the Rutulans would stand with any queen who returned its glory." All right. We'll return home. We need to find another ruin. Did we get this one? We did indeed. That forest is doing okay. Alright, so we need to build homes. As you can see, we're 2 inhabitants over. So what we're going to do, because we're a little lopsided, we're going to put a little more weight on this side. Voila. Thank you. That looks good. So people will start building that. The new workers are building their new homes, which is perfect. So we have 4 idle, which means we can get some food coming up from downstairs. We can get some clay coming up. Coal is almost full. Water is full, so we can back off on water. Kick up on food. Oh, sorry. So I've repositioned my... Since I was last streaming, I was in another room, and I've now moved into a separate room so that because of COVID, both myself and my better half work at home at the moment, and it's a much better environment for both of us to do work when it's work time and not, you know, talk over each other or interrupt each other with phone calls and so on and so forth. The problem is that everything's now backwards. My support monitor's on the wrong side, my mic's on the wrong side, and so I'm still getting used to how it enhances and limits my capabilities. So I do have a tendency to hit the boom mic. Where are we at? Food is low, water. Send someone back on the oasis. Send more workers to get water. Yeah, we need this clay. So we'll get this guy off the coal deposit, put that guy in the clay deposit. All right, let's just speed it up for a little bit. We look at the map, we need to head out here. We're gonna have to do another pass around this area to see if we are missing anything. Sorry, I am a little bit nasally today. It's just that, too much dust, I guess. Who knows? Usually by this time of year, everything's covered in snow, and I'm happy as a clam when it comes to allergies. Why? because anything that causes allergies is buried in snow. Perfect, but this year has been very mild and lovely, and I am very grateful for that, but it also means none of those rotten leaves are actually covered. Alright, we got our wing. Perfect. Wing upgrade. Alright, so do we need, do we need to increase storage yet? Could be worthwhile. We could get people to drink less water. We don't really need this. This one has increased available planes to 8. I think we're going to ask people to drink less water. Ooh. Oh yes, please. A small settlement, none the wiser for our arrival. We'll grab ourselves a couple new citizens. But we need to build in preparation because we're gonna get 3 citizens for this one. Wait, why you no rotate? Eh? Why you no work? Hello? Not enough lift to support. Oh, derp, I need to learn to read. So, actually, what we'll do is we'll return home, and for the time being, we are going to build a wing. But before I do that, we're going to put a new path in place. Build, my munchkins, build. Excellent. Egg salad. Alright. So we'll put this lift in here. Oh, wow. Way too much lift. Oh, no. So bad. How do we fix this? I mean, we could put lift on either side. Maybe we could do something like this temporarily, but it's gonna really mess with our... What other propulsion options? We have no other lift options, huh? This is interesting. How do we solve this? I think the easiest way is just to mirror the opposite side here. So we need to build... So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boop. Boop. Something will go in there at some point. And for lift... Oh, it won't even let us try. Oh, I got an idea. What if we did something bizarre until we can get this sorted? If we build a path... Thing like that. And then... put a wing in here temporarily? Actually, I got an idea. Wait, does it actually have a lift cost, these paths? It does. Alright, so we need to destroy this stuff, because we don't want that. Hope we didn't lose those people who were standing on that path. Womp womp. Alright, so what I'm thinking is we could actually do... We put a wing here. It's too much. This is ridiculous. Yeah. I got an idea. Nope. Let's try this. I think I played the game before, but it's been so long since I played it with limited resources. This is fantastic. Alright, here we go, here we go. Lift. So, if we do something like... So... I want you to be on the other tide. Ah! Why did it work before, where it allowed you to sort of... Mount on the inside. I was hoping to mount it here. Oh, I know why. I mean, this seems alright. What if we did that? And put a... Yeah, let's just put that in for now. Let's see what I'm thinking we're gonna do. Here's the thinking. We'll put this ugly, horrible, out of place wing on the back. And then, when we need the next level, we'll put it over here. And then once we get a better propulsion unit, lift unit, sorry, we'll put those out on the wings, on the edges of our facilities. All right, cool. We've got that sorted out. Now, what I want to do is build a couple more houses. And now we don't have... You see, we don't actually want this game to be harder, apparently. Dear Pikeman, be careful what you wish for. Alright, so we have 3 new individuals. One of them needs a home. That home is being built. And we're gonna scooch over here as fast as we can in order to grab some food. And we will also grab some wood. What's this? The Eternal Forge, a large forge, glows hot with colored sparks. Though the nearby settlement has been long abandoned, I think that's missing an N. Abandoned. The metalwork is similar color to the sparks emanating from the forge. The exact alloy is a mystery, but it appears we can change the colors of our own metals with these new dyes. We don't know how they do it, but somehow we can make it work as well. Sweet. What color was that? Housing block upgrade. Required 25% water. Less water. That's perfect. Let's ask them for 25% less food. Since that's a pain in my butt. Get as much of that stuff as you can, please. Oh, back off one worker, because we want to get this. Why? Because the relics allow us to buy good stuff. Right. We were gonna look at what the meta color was. Ooh, that's cool. Oh yes, we're gonna do that. I like quality. You know what? What does it look like if we do all of it? It's nice. Yeah, we'll leave the city like that for the time being. Alright, so we now have 4 relics, which means we have enough to buy some more blueprints. In the meantime, we're going to max out on food, so we can pull this back. And we're gonna head north. Head north along this settlement and up to see if we can complete our quest. See what's what, everybody. Looking good. So we've already got all of these settlers from this location. We have food along the way, and we have forêt along the way. Oh, I rhyme across 2 languages. Amazing. Yes, I know. I entertain even myself. Probably only myself. Alright, so we don't actually want all this stuff here because I just discovered that it actually requires some propulsion capability, some lift to do it. So we'll try to reduce the amount that we're wasting in that department. So, yeah, we really need to find a new... Why are we still paused? What's going on? Is it... Oh, we gotta come out of destroy mode. Burp. My bad. Alright. Picket. Gather some more food. The rest of you, please gather this stuff. And then we're gonna go complete the quest. We are just that good. And... Toby Kiln can no longer do anything because it's loaded. We've run out of clay. There's clay over there. There's another color palette thing there. That looks like an observatory. Check it out. There's sort of 3 wonders you can get in this game, and they require you finding 3 different items in 3 different categories to make that happen. So this first one we're getting here is the first of these little wonder collectibles that will lead to us being able to build a wonder. So, the Golden Grove. A small grove of brilliant golden trees surround a ruin from the ancient empire. Nowhere had anyone seen... Nowhere had anyone seen trees of such magnificence. That they emerged from the empire's ruins added to their wonder. The scene brought us to our knees. Great. Gimme. Alright. So we harvest a sapling, careful not to disturb the grove, and we can head back now. But before we do that, we're going to take a little detour and pick up these new dyes. So the Fluorescent Ponds means we can recolor. Let's see what we got. Spring. Apply to all. Ooh, that's nice. Once we have a few more colors, we might, like, specialize the colors of our buildings. But until then, yeah, because I like doing that. I think it's fun to sort of pick things out. In fact, I want the wing look different. Yeah. I want that wing to really stand out as the thing that's helping keep us aloft. Doesn't give us enough lift, though. We're gonna have to do something about that. Can we get more lift out of it? Yeah. 32 hours. We're not doing that, team. We gotta wait. 32 hours, you need at least 2 research facilities to make that actually a worthwhile thing. Food storage is now full, so we can stop collecting, which we did. We've got out of range. In the interim, we don't really need granite. Whatever this is, quartz. We don't need quartz just yet because it's used to make glass, which doesn't make sense to me, but I'm not going to overthink it. But we can't build anything with glass just yet. We've upgraded the housing block. They use less food. Perfect. I also want to get the double stacking. So this will allow us to stack one house on top of another. Make apartment blocks. So we found a golden sphere. We spot an object glistening in the sunlight encircled by ruins. As we approach, it reveals a smooth round shape. We don't know what this may be used for, but we feel it's important and note its location. Oh, I see. So we'll have to come back and collect that when we know what's what. Okay, so we need to head back. Just gonna check the map. Yeah, so if we sail a little north of the settlement, which is here, there, that's where we're actually headed. We will get back to the kingdom of Rutula, or Rutula, or Rura, right? Yeah. I honestly don't know what I'm saying anymore. Don't worry about it, Twitch. It's all good. All right, moving on. So I'm going to go to full speed. As we pass by this thicket, we're going to grab a little bit of food, because we're down by 2. Is there anything else that we want to grab as we go? Maybe a little bit of the clay? So we can continue to build adobe bricks, because we're down to 13 of those and only 10 units of clay. So I think we're going to push forward and see what we can get as we swing past. We're moving at 34% of our propulsion at the moment, which is absolutely terrible. But we're gonna fix this. We're gonna sort it out. Right now, we have the most crazily designed kingdom, but that's because we were planning for the future and didn't do a very good job of planning for that future. We thought too far ahead. So at this point, it's a little bit of an awkward facility, but that's fine. We could move things around, but no. Let's operate within this limitation. I love it. It's a good idea. So as soon as we've taken as much of this clay as we can, we're going to switch over to grabbing coal because we're getting toward the halfway point, which is not a safe place to be. You don't want to be in the position of having no coal. I still haven't scienced that. I don't know if it just ends your game. I'm kind of intrigued to try it. We should try it. Shouldn't we, chat? I think we should. So, we'll see. Oh, I really gotta try it. Okay, we're gonna try it. How long would it take to actually run down? Well, Twitch, just remind me to save when we're down to like 3 units of coal and do it near a coal deposit, because that, for science, may end badly in the long run. We'll find out. All right, so the Rutulans, oh look, see, there's the golden tree. The Rutulans begin to replant their great conservatory as it flourishes. New groves spring nearby. Oh wow, look at all of this. It's just totally growing. That's cool. I don't remember seeing that the first time I played this game. That's a nice touch. And they turn on the lights. Swish. The Rutulans begin to replant their great conservatory. As it flourishes, new growths spring nearby, which can be harvested for tree. A few more Rutulans also join our cause. With the grove replanted, the Rutulans are convinced of our prophecy. They agree to ally with us. To seal our allegiance, we must build a skyport to connect their kingdom to our own. Absolutely. We need 20 trees. We got 20 trees, no problem. We got 21, 10 adobe, and 2 people. No problem. We're doing it. So at the moment, we should probably grab the other blueprint that's still floating here. It only costs us 2 relics, so let's do that. All right. So setting it to max speed. Oh. No, don't get that. We are gonna get water though. Max out the water, please. And if you can reach that, get as much of the clay as you can, and then we're also going to get people on the forest. In the interim, though, we have not enough town space, so skyport completed. That was quick. And the tapestry. We have our first allied city. Love it. It's great. Literally, it's great. The game agrees with me, see? Kingdom of Rutula. With the skyport complete, Rutula is now connected to us and its neighbors. A great number of workers have also joined our cause. Oh my god. 25 over 17. We need a lot of housing. They offer to supply us with 1 wood every hour now that we are connected. Now that they are connected to the skies. We must find the other kingdoms, connect them as well. Then all peoples will enjoy collective harmony and the prophecy will be complete. There you go. Communism by prophecy. Love it. Upon sealing our allegiance, the locals tell us one last forgotten myth of the ancients, where the legends say the Airborne Kingdom housed 3 distinct wonders. Well, there you go. We found another one of those wonders. It just wouldn't let us pick it up to this moment. Each wonder shone with splendor and imbued great knowledge and ability to its builders. Yet when the great capital disappeared, these wonders were lost as well. The tales say they are scattered to the winds, and that their pieces lay among the land. Perhaps in finding some of these lost parts, we can rebuild these wonders. We gather every detail about their functions and rumored whereabouts. Bang, no problem. Sounds great. We are now known as the Airborne community. Nice! Not to be confused with the Twitch community. Both great places. As our community grows, as our community grows, doubts and fears begin to form among the migrants from other kingdoms. How can we survive in these skies forever? Traditional believers in the light, the people are worried that they have lost its guidance, both physically and spiritually. They need these desires fulfilled. We must shine lights on all our paths to make people feel safe when walking in the skies. Or we can build centers of faith so that the light may guide them spiritually. These constructions will help provide our inhabitants desires, or fulfill their desires. We know of neither construction at the start of our journey, but surely other kingdoms will have ideas we can research to make in the skies. Okay, great. So basically, I hope this means now that we can sort out the complete nightmare that is our facility. Our kingdom, a floating kingdom, right? So first, we must give first. Like I'm a Skaven now all of a sudden. First, yes, kill. First things first, we are going to build some homes for these poor people. Did we get to the point that we can stack yet? We're 1 hour away from stacking housing blocks, so I'm just gonna let that pass. Come on, give me an hour. 1 hour, do it. How long is 1 hour? Oh my god. Water storage is almost full. And so close. Nice. Open the research tree. We are going to want this extra plane sooner or later. So now we're going to stack up some of these. Wow, we have a tilt of 3 to the front? Really? Come on. All right. So we're going to try to get this stacked up enough that things stop being such a big problem. We'll stop complaining. Oh yeah, we have that lean to the front because of this guy in the back here. Oh would be really cool is if we could put in a wing over here and then move that wing here, and then things would be a little bit normal. At least a little more normal. They wouldn't look quite so bizarre. So I think we're gonna do the science with the coal later, because right now I'm having enough trouble balancing our wonderful kingdom. So what we'll do is we'll stop here. Let's stop again. Is it T? It is T. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna refill our coal, refill our food, and everybody has homes, so that's perfect. And then we're going to adjust these things. What would happen if we move you here? How about over here? What if we bought another wing? Up spazzing. Ooh, that's pretty close to what we need. Kind of thinking if we could put one here. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna leave it alone for a few minutes. As you can see, I just pick at things until something happens. Like, come on, I want you to work. Alright, so coal is nearly full. Food and water are full. So we can pull people off of that. Put people on this coal deposit. Pull people off of this. So what we want to do is have a look around to see if there are any other things we need to pick up in this region before we move on. Because right now, Kingdom of Rutula... Oh, we need to get that golden sphere. So what we'll do is we're going to swing wide into the west, then head south, spin around, and come up to the golden sphere. And then we should be able to go and expand into this northeastern region, sorry. Yeah, northeastern. So let's keep our guys moving. Pick up a little bit of food as we fly past. We pick up this relic, so we're all good. People aren't working the coal deposit because we came too far. And how's everything going with you today, Twitch chat? Are you doing well? I'm doing well. Had a very nice, lazy Sunday morning. And now I'm hanging out with you fine folks, which feels pretty good. Coal's full, we don't really need to be doing that, but we do need to get some of this clay deposit as we swing past. It's a good thing we're so slow. I'm trying to put a positive spin on this. It's a good thing we're so slow because we pass resources at such a brutally mind-numbing slow pace that we are able to pick up most of it without having to actually stop. Alright, cool. We've increased our hangar size. Let's... What do we need now? Anything we can do in lift? Construction cost. I don't really care so much about that. We can improve our propulsion speed. One thing if we do, if we put a sail on the front end, it will reduce... It'll put some weight on the front, because right now we have a front tilt. Do we need the glass smelter? I don't know that we do. You know what we are going to do is increase the storage of our warehouses. Definitely something we're going to do. And I think we're going to put... No, not a food silo. A warehouse on this side. Heavy tilt, 3 front, 3 left. This is what I get for future-proofing. Last time when I played the game, I just stacked everything ever so closely together because I don't like my people walking so far. But I'm kind of thinking in terms of what's going to happen as we build up our kingdom. Especially when we get the fan propulsion units. Oh, they're so good. But they also have this tendency of unbalancing your kingdom pretty significantly. So, right. So we're going to go and get this relic. Right now we have 36 units of clay. There's only 10 left. We have a lot of people gathering. I mean, another option here, like I said, is we could put a sail in play. But it makes the front too heavy, and it has to be at the front, right? We really need to move this Oh man, look at that tilt. That's terrible. Oh, 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 oh. People are gonna be pissed, but what if we now counteract that like so? Oh, baby. Look at that right now, though. People are satisfied. One desire needed to be jubilant. Don't worry, it's always a play. Oh, it's beautiful. It's Mario. Alright, so send the worker down to get the relic. We're picking up this relic so we can get more of the relics that we can barter with. So looking ahead, looks pretty wastelandy here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut through this middle section here on our way to picking up the golden sphere. And then we'll swing wide and head north to this region. Yeah, I think that'll work out very nicely. In the interim, though, now that we've balanced, we absolutely do need that propulsion unit. So we are so slow. So what are we thinking here? Oh, did you see? I am such a fool. I thought, well, this path. So it's gonna look a bit weird, but yeah, so be it. One thing we can do is, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We find the central like that. Then put a propulsion unit on either side. But for the time being, we're just gonna put the one in play. Ah, no. Sorry. Destroy, yes. And put in this guy. Like that. A little propulsion unit out front that'll help get us out of the 29% region. In the interim, we'll order the forests cut down, pick up some coal. That settlement is done. Actually, if we check the settlement, we can see we've gotten 3 for 3, 3 for 3. Yeah. So we need to find another kingdom that's going to teach us how to research, essentially, desires like religious buildings and light emitting items, which makes people happy. So that's sort of gonna have to be that absolutely has to be our next approach. So we'll move, set ourselves as fast speed and get out to pick up that golden orb. What's it called again? Golden sphere. I don't know that we are on the right trajectory. Let's just take a look. Should be right around here. Or is it off in that distance? Yeah, so we basically have to fly over this section and then get to that section. Cool. So currently, resource-wise, we're a little low on wood. Adobe's okay. Yeah. Can put another warehouse in place if we need to. I don't think we do at the moment. We're just gonna beeline to picking up that golden sphere. We will grab some food as we pass overhead, though. Ah, warehouses can hold more. Excellent. We want to be able to stack warehouses. Not so much. I wouldn't mind increased resource gathering. That would be good. We could do the glass smelter. I mean, nothing requires it at the moment, I don't think. We could make the propulsion unit more effective. I want to sort of stick to 8-hour tasks, so let's grab the glass smelter just so we have it when the time comes to pick it up. So there's the golden sphere. We'll head out to there. Yeah, so we've done this section, we've done this section. And peek to see what's here in the east, and then swing north to check out these new regions. I love that the Barrens is like an old style map slash what's the word I'm looking for? Like a tile mosaic. It's really cool. Very nice touch. And quick thanks to all of you who've come to join me today. It means a great deal. I'm always happy to share some time with the cool people on Twitch. And yeah, it's nice to be back after almost a year hiatus from streaming. Just life got busy, health got poor, too many things going on and couldn't keep up with it. So now I'm just gonna put less demand on myself. Just show up when I can, not worry too much about a schedule for the next little while. Just show up, play, entertain, and as things progress, if it goes well, we'll start a schedule. Golden Sphere, we've got it. Hoist the sphere onto our platform. So if we look at our, what is it? It's the map, yeah. So you can see we need to find 3 trees, 3 spheres, and 3 great libraries. And if we do that, we get rewarded with a great wonder. If any of you've played any of the civilizations, you know how the civilization series, you know how great these great wonders are. Oh, there's a rune out on that one, so we're gonna go out. That's this guy here. We're gonna head out there and pick that up. Whew. Yeah, this game, it's very interesting. They worked on it for 3 years. It was a harder game in the beginning, and feedback caused them to make it easier. And that's one of the things I really enjoyed about this game when I started playing it, was that, you know, at first I was surprised because I'm used to playing games with a lot of challenge. And we're just going to improve our Adobe kiln efficiency. So I'm kind of a little disappointed that it wasn't more challenging. Ignore my performance right now where I'm struggling for some unknown reason. But I really actually came to love the sort of zenful pace of the game, where I didn't feel like I was on the constant bleeding edge all the time attempting to solve my people's problems. I could just putter through this beautiful world and explore it, enjoy it, decompress. But yeah, so they've actually, apparently they miss the difficulty arc in the game, like having a harder difficulty, and they've had enough requests from people like me to make a more difficult version of the game. So they're having like a new game plus sort of format being put in place, where the game will be harder. You know, you'll use resources faster and so on and so forth. So yeah, looking forward to that. I'm trying to remember what else they were doing in terms of the roadmap. I can actually check that just now. Let's see, they're gonna have an endless mode, so you can just keep playing after you finish the game. And resources and people will respawn, because people don't respawn, and only some resources respawn. They're gonna have a creative mode, so it's the opposite side of the new game phenomena, in that they're just going to make it easy for people to, you know, play around and do different builds. And they're going to support controllers. So yeah, lots of very interesting stuff going on in terms of what they're building from here on out. But I like it. So an endless mode, a creative mode, and a new game plus. And I'm really very, very keen about the new game plus. I think that's going to be awesome. I want the challenge. Make me sweat. I really enjoy city builders. I enjoy a lot of games. Very few games I don't enjoy. I'm not a big fan of, like, say, racing games. It just doesn't do it for me, but I know lots of other people love them, and they've become very pretty and have awesome, you know, mechanics in terms of, you know, titrating how good your cars are, how they function, all that kind of stuff. So I get it. It doesn't very much do it for me, but there are most games, like, you know, I'll either play a lot or dabble in. Too far to get that resource. So, but I do really enjoy a good city builder. And, you know, there's games like Banished where, you know, humans are the resource and are like one of your primary resources, I mean to suggest. And, you know, that game is proper hard at times, especially if you you essentially paint yourself into a corner by virtue of allowing too many of your citizens to die. Yeah, that's a bad one. So water, we're down to 2/3, so we should definitely kick that up. We found 2 relics in this ruin, so that went well. We are gathering more wood. We don't really need homes at the moment, unless this is a settlement. It looks like a ruin. Let's head in that direction. See what we can find. Kind of excited. It might be another paint scheme for our land of plenty. Let's see. Yeah, I want you guys to be silver, apply to type. And run on the barren paint scheme. Alright, so we got wood is going well. I'm gonna pull back, I think, on the water a bit so we can put a few people into collecting clay deposits. That's an eternal forge, which means we get another metal color. What color is that metal? Let's find out. It's gold. Sweet, sweet gold. Yeah. Our main building, we will do that. We will make it gold because why not? We're worth it. We'll get a little more food coming in. I mean, generally our resources are doing well because people don't consume them with rapidity. So here we are. We now have to start thinking about putting down a new, oops, sorry, hit the boom again. We need to start thinking about putting down another warehouse. Do we build stackable warehouses, or are we doing that right now? No, we're doing resource storage. We don't have stackable warehouses yet. So what I'm thinking is we'll put a warehouse down. The question is, where do we need that to be? Oh my god. Hitboxes. Why can't you hit them, Pika Man? So I like doing this. Why don't we put... Yeah, we'll mirror image it. And we'll have some... So these guys will get off and they can put stuff right in there. And we will probably also build, like the clay smelter, or the glass kiln over here. Or whatever it's called. The glass blower. I don't know. I am not an industrialist. I am not an artisanal individual. Oh, what do we got over there? It is one of those magic forests. Oh, that's where we got the Golden Grove. What we're gonna do is head over here, loot that rune in order to get our hands on more relics, because as you can see in the distance, we got another kingdom out here, and that means, you guessed it, blueprints. Oh baby, beautiful, beautiful blueprints. Sure, someone like Barry White made a song called Blueprints, don't you think? Ooh, food, let's get some food. Put a bunch of people on it. Is there anything out here at the moment? There's some oases. One there, one there. There's a new... Oh, is that a settlement? It is a settlement. There's peoples in yonder hills. Let's go take care of that. Just a second, I gotta fix my setup. Alright. It has now been an hour and 30 minutes. Everyone should have a stand and a stretch. Let's not get ourselves into a situation where we throw clots. Ugh. Get yourself some water or beverage of choice. I personally like a little bit of tea. That's always nice. Alright, so water and food are getting close to filled up. The adobe kiln is at a higher level of efficiency, so what do we want here? We'd love to be able to get resource return improved. I don't know that we need the coal just yet. I'd love to be able to stack warehouses. Lift isn't such a big deal. We can improve our propulsion. What's this do? Regain more resources when moving or destroying buildings. Yeah, I don't feel that's pressing. Let's start stacking our warehouses. I think this is a good idea. And I'm kind of thinking we should also put in some water thingy-majiggies? Water silos? Yes, water thingy-majiggies. So clear, Jim. Oh yeah, sorry, my given name is Jim. Can I put this in here like that? No? Well, that's annoying. I was so excited to put this on the opposite side. Well, that's not gonna hunt because that'll piss everybody off. One thing we could do this. Why is the left so elevated? Oh, no, no, no. They're saying there's a tilt to the left. We could do this. I actually kind of like this idea. Because then they're like, look. You put it here. It balances it out, and it's right beside this facility. We could also put it down here. What do we think? I can't put it here because it'll interfere with this living zone. I got an idea. Let's put another path in. And then build the smelter. We'll sort of stick out front. Yes, it's ugly, but don't worry. I got a plan. It's all gonna come together. Gonna look real good in the end. Alright, so in the meantime, food has come to a max. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swing wide here. So basically we're missing this section. So we'll come back to it. We're gonna skirt into this section and probably move up to the kingdom and then start looking around. Because the problem with getting villagers now is, here, I'll show you. Go to the small settlement, ask if they want to migrate. So, Chimito Naz, they will, because they're the people who will come for almost anything. Dalu Tanakh will also, because we're satisfied. But Zama Udar won't, right? Because they're only curious, but they'll only do it if people are jubilant. Or jubilant. There we go. English is my first language. God help us all, eh? So we'll pick up that other relic, and we'll move north here, because then we can pick up some coal supplies. There's another settlement here. So we have some idle people, though, which is great. Because we're gonna need a bunch of people to run this smelter. So I don't know what we're gonna build over here as our balancing item, but we'll figure it out. So apparently there's no resources, so we need to get granite. See granite anywhere. I mean quartz. Quartz. There's quartz up there. Alright. Well, here's what we're gonna do. What are you doing? Why are you flying around like a weirdo? We'll go up through the middle. We'll smack as many people... yeah, we're full on food. Get as many people doing that as we can so we can just fill our coal. Too sweet. And we will go to the small settlement and we will recruit 2 people who are willing to join us because nothing's changed. The jubilant person will not join. They needed to be jubilant. They are what you call, like, you know, fair weather Christians or whatever. Insert religion here. You know, they only come out if it's, you know, very nice. So we'll get a little bit of food. What over here? Oh, we'll get some clay, but for the time being, we actually need to put down new homes. So how are we doing? Everything is balanced out? Yep. Looking good. All right, cool. So one thing I do want to do is I want to change the color of our blocks here. So they stand out a bit more. And I want anything that's an industrial building to have a steel roof, like an iron roof. Iron. Apply to type. This is iron, apply to type. This guy, apply to type. Anything that's sort of... I mean, storage will... Yeah, storage we're actually going to make bronze. Apply to type. And then this guy. Perfect. Did I not do that last time? Don't trust me to screw it up. Absolutely. Alright, so everybody has a home now. We're running low on wood, so we'll put a few people on wood. And, well, you know what? Let's go visit Malia Passage. Find out what's up with them. We got plenty of adobe. We're low on clay. And we have absolutely no quartz. So those people are actually not doing anything. So we're gonna go over here, collect quartz after we talk to Malia Passage. Malia Passage. Malia is a small kingdom, but efficient. Their people value machinery to work the land. Our attempts to ally are met with blank stares. They find our technology entertaining, but ultimately think it is useless. Malia was not a kingdom by its population alone, for it was only a few settlements in size, but all worked marvelously as one clock with many gears, with a rigid structure of roles. No leader existed, for none was needed, as each knew their place among their peers. Again, like I said, you know, communism by virtue of prophecy. Or, actually that sounds very German, to be honest. Like, not the no leader part, but like clockwork, mini gears, and I come from a German descent family, so everybody knew their place and everybody was in their place, kind of thing. We must prove our worth. We're gonna do a quest for them. What do they want? We will. They're wind spinners. These things, yeah, are key to the kingdom's efficiency, but one of the three no longer functions. We learned there used to be many in these planes in the days of the ancients, but they have all been lost. So, based on that, if we could find one more working wind spinner and return it to Malia, surely they would see the value in our cooperation. I think what they mean to say is surely they would see the value in cooperation between the two of us. Each Malian resident briskly walked past us, but it was not out of malice, it was efficiency, for they believed a person not contributing was a grave sin against all. Alright, so we'll find that. But, blueprints. The vertical rotor. Yes! We definitely want that, so we'll take it. The vertical rotor gives us lift, the ore will give us propulsion. The minaret provides faith, so this is one of these desires. We can get people back to being jubilant if we put this in play. And street lamps is another way to make people happy. So, and the charcoal burner's hut. This is another way to make make trees into coal. So, let's take the street lamp, the minarets, ores, and we don't have enough for the charcoal burner, but that's fine because at the moment, as soon as we're able, we are going to research a new technology. Oh, 1 second. I'm going to turn the music down just a touch. That feels better. If anything is too loud or too quiet, folks, you just have to chime in and I will look into it. Absolutely. Feels a little quiet now. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, so we're gonna get some quartz. And why are we gonna get all these people building, digging up quartz? Well, I'll tell you, because that makes glass. And glass is a critical item for making, I think it's your desire stuff? Let's see. Yeah, requires glass, requires forest, adobe, glass, and people for the minaret. The beauty of the light stanchions, you know, what do they call them in this game? There's street lamps, is that they provide people with happiness, but they don't require any people to operate them. So we're gonna end up having to build both, maybe? I mean, we might try just building a whole bunch of light stanchions to start with, the street lamps, and see how that works out. So we're down to 2/3 water, so I definitely do want to put a few people on water. Take one person off the forest, put one person on water. Who's doing what at the moment? One on forest, one on oasis, one on thickets, 2 on clay, 5 on quartz. So how is clay at the moment? Clay is not great. We should keep people on clay. Yeah, I mean, I think we pretty much have to stick with what we got for the time being. So we'll set it to fast, and we'll get out there and collect stuff. That's really all we can do at the moment, is do this quick collection, and then head south and southwest in an effort to complete the mission that they've put before us. Look at the detail in this. Like, I would love to see this universe, or whatever you want to call it, turned into something like a board game or a role-playing game, like an RPG. It's like such a cool concept that people live high up in these areas, and then down, as you go further down, you tend to see more of the resources, and then you go even further down and these vast expanses of barrens. But inside the barrens, so much can be hidden, you know. So it's a perfect opportunity for adventurers to head out and discover the world, you know, a ruined world, discovering it anew. Look at that. They seem to have lost a little piece of their house there. Apparently it's a design feature. Hey man, like, you know, whatever works for you. All right, so where are we at? We are currently using up coal, but there's coal over here that we can pursue as we head southwest. Food storage is full. Lies, I tell you. Got plenty of wood, plenty of adobe now. Water is running kind of low. We've got glass coming in. How much? We only have 7 of this stuff. Jeez. We have 5 workers working on this. It comes up very, very slowly. And we're almost out of clay, too. Alright, well, we're gonna start heading south. We're gonna see what these guys want. So we're gonna go west and then head south. Food storage is almost full. Get ourselves some coal as we pass by. Maybe some clay. Get a settlement. Hello, peoples. So we'll have to come back to these places to gather up the jubilant. The individual will only join if we're jubilant, as they say. We'll put a bunch of people on clay deposits. Everybody has a home, so we're okay there. Put some people on getting water. One thing we should do, as I was describing, was look into putting in a water tower. Where would that be good? But actually, food storage is also another thing to consider. How much lift do we have? It requires 2 for food. But we can put food storage here, balancing out the adobe kiln on the other side. And we just have a small tilt, but we'll start fixing that by virtue of building in small bit of... Uh-oh. I've made a mistake. Twitch chat, made a mistake. Someone's gonna watch this VOD, or anyone who's been watching as we go along, and totally point out that I've miscalculated utterly. Alright, anyway, let's, I want to build the desires, so street lamps, let's do that. But, you know, the nice thing is even though this is all messed up now, I was sure I had an extra unit in place here. I mean, I can move everything and fix it, but that's a lot of work. I'm lazy. I've been meaning to play around also with the 3 3x2s. So put a light in here and a faith building in here. Or here. And then build all of your guys around here. Yeah, we'll give that a shot. Let's see how it turns out. If it doesn't work out well, no one cares, right? Second, I don't know that covering up stuff. What can we do to fix that? Put it down here. It's interesting, I put the text in black for the goal because during the day this game is so white you just can't read what it's saying. Alright, so now that we have desire buildings coming, we might be able to make everyone happy. Which means that if we make everybody happy, we become jubilant, and it's easy to to pick up more migrants. So at the moment, we're not exactly hurting for migrants, so let's get the other happiness building or desire building. Okay, we got the relics, so we're now at No, he's delivering the relics, so they'll soon be something. So what is... Can we build... Now we can stack them on top. That's perfect. So we're going to expand this guy. It gives us a little bit of a tilt to the front. We're I don't know if there's a term, like listing is, you know, degrees to either side, but they're a type of listing, like forward listing. Delisting, I think, is if you're leaning to the back. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to pick up this quartz because we desperately need it to make glass, because we're going to need that glass to make our desire buildings. We are going to pick up this other set of relics from this rune, because those things are like cash. Yo. Food is dropping fast, so we're going to send somebody out to pick up the thicket there. We're just think as many people to the thicket as possible. You know what I was kind of thinking we might do is skip this altogether and just go straight to the shrine. Because the shrine provides faith and also light. So it's like a double whammy. I don't know. Might be costly to do that, so let's just see. So we've been all through this section, and we're now going to head south to search for a wind spinner, so that they can use the bits and bobs to fix their wind spinner. So let's head south. It means we'll move away from the thicket, but that's okay, and we've completed the... what is it called? The granite. We've depleted the granite resource here. So what we're doing is we're scooching as fast as we can south. We're gonna run into, I think that's another pigment forest. Quartz mine, that's a massive quartz mine. Holy moly. Oh, this is food. Food's okay. You know what? Let's detour slightly. We're gonna put ourselves in the middle here. We'll use that to pick up some food along the line. Yeah, that should be good. And again, if there's anything that people are noticing in terms of issues, game issues, just let me know. Maybe we can put this over here. Does that look better? Looks better to me. Yeah, so if we're seeing stuttering in the game, in the stream, I mean, I'm not seeing stuttering on my side, but it's hard to tell. I've got the stream in a very small window. We're gonna replace our food. We'll grab a little more quartz. Can we reach the forest? No. So we'll push ourselves out in the middle there, and then we'll pick up some forest. And what's this? It's a small settlement, so we actually can get some migrants. Please join, and then of course won't join. Alright. I'm thinking what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some light buildings around here, some faith buildings around there. So let's slow down for a second. I want to look at this. So how much does this cover? Almost nothing. Look at that. Ugh, it's bad. Like, you can improve the ranges of these things quite a bit. I think we're going to wait for the shrine to come out. But in the interim, I say that a lot. Let's put in some light-based buildings. And try to get most of the paths lit. How about there? And how much have we covered? Only 16 paths are well. Oh, because they haven't built them. All right, let's let those build a little bit. Do we have any? No one's idle, so that's part of the problem. Let's pull one off the quartz mine. One off the thicket and let people get to work. Yeah, I expect a lot of my people. You know, I want them to be like, what's this called? Malia Passage? Wait, is this another... Oh, it is another... Yeah, Malia Passage. So there's another kingdom right here. Well, I think we're gonna go visit them. Might as well get 2 quests at the same time. Love it. It's a good idea. What's this? It's an empty oasis. That sounds like not a good thing. In fact, we are running a little low on water. So let's kick up the speed of the game a little bit. We only have 6 idle people. We have 10 idle people now. How much lit paths do we have? 41% of our paths have been lit. Alright. and I just hit my boom as hard as I can. I don't mean to keep bringing attention to it, but it's right in my face. All right, so coal deposits, we're gonna pick up some of that. Do we need wood? We should pick up some wood. Back off 1 from each of these tasks so that we can build some more. I want to do street lamps. We could do something like this. I mean, we're gonna end up moving these around. It's just the nature of how this game works. Try that. Let's put those 2 in play and see if we can get up to 66 paths. Let's talk to this place, though. What do we got here? Fields of agromas. Agromas? Agromas is surrounded by tilled land, with the fields, though the fields sit withered and untended. We may seek audience with their queen to understand their plight and encourage their allegiance to our cause. Surrounded by its few fields and water sources, its farmers work tirelessly, able to provide for its people, but only just. So, talking to the queen, her mind is troubled. The water tables underneath the Agromas have stopped flowing, turning all nearby water brackish. Her crops, once the pride of the empire, can barely feed her own people. This underground water is churned by a pump built by the ancient Airborne kingdom at the foot of the flow. It may need repair, but any brave party she sends cannot cross the barrens to find it. The queen marks the pump's rumored location on her map. If we wish to ally and restore the empire, we must prove to her that we can build and maintain as well as the ancients. No problem. We got it. What do you got for blueprints? They have a propeller, which is high cost, average fuel, 2 workers, average speed. So that's actually pretty good. A farm, which allows us to turn water into food every 3 hours. So it's just converts, basically. So if you go into an area, there's plenty of water and little food, you can use these to help you with that. The fan, which is great because it generates lift, which is something I keep forgetting about. And the water condenser, which lets us collect 2 water every 4 hours. So 2 every 4. So if this uses 2 every 6 hours, this will give you, yeah. So you can get like a couple of these to basically run these. I like it. Fan is average cost, average fuel, 1 worker. Yeah, let's look into that. And we'll grab the propeller. And these 2 are very expensive, so I think we'll start with the condenser. Very good. Alright, so let's just do a quick gander here. We need more lift-based buildings, so our next thing that we're going to research is going to be lift. So what are we going to do here? We're going to do fans or vertical rotors. So the vertical rotors, average cost, high fuel, no workers, but give us lift. So what we could do is research this and then go over and research increased coal storage, which might work out very well. Alternatively, what we could do is use a fan, which has average fuel but requires a person, a worker, to be engaged. But I kind of like this idea because people don't like live next to the fans. I don't think people mind the wings. Yeah, they don't mind the wings. So we could either put more wings on, eating up 2 more people, or we could put in some vertical fans. Like, one way of doing it is we could extend out the butt here a little bit and put a fan in place. This is going to give us quite a bit of lift. Alternatively, we can extend these paths out and put 1 on each far corner. Now, it's going to look weird, but again, it's this whole concept of future-proofing, right? There's some clay. How are we doing for clay? Ooh. We need more warehouses. Well, do we? Do we? No. What we need is more lift items. So for the time being, I'm going to look on the map. And... wait, what? This map... Is the map generated not randomly, but the locations of the kingdoms generated semi-randomly between each play. Because, I'll tell you, in my only other playthrough of this game, this kingdom was over here. It was in the east. Or maybe they've just done like a new build? I don't know. Kind of neat. Anyway, we'll find out. Alright, so currently we have to go either out here or south. So we're going to continue moving south because that was the plan. Where are we at? We got plenty. No, that's heading north. Learn to fly, Pika. You can do this, I believe. All right, so we need water. Water is going to become our limiting resource. So I'm going to head north because right now we have nothing in the oasis. Nope, there's nothing there either. This is north. There you go, dude. We're going to head back and strip an oasis because we'd be good like that. Race over here. I'm going to set us to full speed and we will fill up as much as we can on water before we turn and head south again. Did we ever put in the water tower? No, we put in the food tower, but not the water tower. And I'm not going to put in the water tower right now because I've learned my lesson that we're running out of lift. We're going to finish our research, right? Yes, we will actually stick to the plan. All right, so there's water there. As soon as we can, we will send people south. Ooh, what's this? Did I already get that one? I don't know. Let's see. Set ourselves to keep moving. Oh, we did not. All right, so storage buildings. We are going to make you colorful. An iron, yeah. Apply to type. And then food silo. Apply to type. See what that looks like. I don't know. Not like much. All right, so here's the oasis. It's got 34 in there. We're gonna put everybody on the job, just swooping south in their planes or swooping to the ground in their planes with buckets hanging out the windows, picking up buckets of water and flying back up. You know, totally safe, no problem. Right, this is jubilant. They won't. Can we get any food? Right on. Okay, I'm gonna set it on max speed. We're just gonna rapidly see, because we're down to 12 here. This is not good. We're gonna rapidly refill. And the shrine has been researched as perfect, so we're gonna go to lift, because I've learned my lesson, and we're gonna get vertical rotors. And then we will build a vertical rotor, maybe some fans. We'll research fans and rotors, and then increase our storage capacity for coal. And then I think we're ready for the Great Southern Expedition to complete our quest. The Broken Wind Spinner. So we are, yeah, we need to go in this area. No problem. All right, water is now maxed. We stripped this oasis. This poor community is going to now die because of us. But you know, the victor goes the spoils? Question mark. We'll grab some, no, we don't want clay. Right, there's no point grabbing clay because there's no place to put it. But we're just about to get our propulsion unit. So let's, no, not propulsion, lift. Always forget that. Okay, get the other lift item going. Now, there, the vertical rotor. See, people don't want to live next to these things, so heavy tilt to the front. I mean, we could put one here. It sort of looks weird. Wow, look at that tilt. I mean, one option is we put one like this might balance. Put one here, one here. Yeah, alright, let's try something like that. So, paths out. How close were we to 64 of 66? So we're close, we're very close. And the other excellent thing is that we can now build desire buildings. Oh, we don't have enough people. We want to just put a minaret in? Make these people happy? Oh, we can't support the weight. Because we haven't done the lift. Adur. And there. Okay. Hopefully people won't spontaneously leave our home because we've made an unbalanced disaster zone. We can pull people off of here. Hope we didn't lose all those resources, you know, that would kind of suck, right? We'll pick it all up. All right, so people should be building now. So these should start to get built. And hopefully it won't get extremely unstable. Like me. Okay, so that's being built, perfect, and the fan's being built. We're gonna put lift, increase the cost of the rotors. Great to decrease coal usage. We'll increase the list of the. No, we don't want to do that. We are going to get increased coal storage in place. And for now, we can. How's it looking? If we just slow things down for a second. So this is actually pretty. Oh, it's not great. We need to be able to put something right here. Well, one thing we could do is put it in the middle here. We'd have to move a couple of units. Oh, hold on a second. How many people does that actually require? 5 individuals to man it. Minaret is 2. All right, hold on a second. Let's think about this. So, we have to do a couple of things. We have to solve the street light problem. That should do it. And the second thing is we're going to move some of these units out of the way. I mean, I'm not quite sure how to do this, chat. I think try doing something like this. I don't know. Go there. Don't move. And then what happens if we stick them, if the minaret were to go here? It would cover a lot of it. Alright, we're doing this. Move to here. Move to here. And then we're going to put our minaret in the middle, which means we have to build a path to it. We'll see if that's sufficient. Go to minaret. Perfect. So that'll give religion to all these people, and then we can move this stuff back. Right. See, I can't move this one because it would cause that one to fall into the abyss. And then we'll move you here. And freeze. And what does that do for us? There you go, 78 paths well lit. 20 inhabitants have faith from a nearby building, which is excellent. How big is this? So, unfortunately, this is sort of like dead zone here. But all the paths are covered, so I think we're good. So, how are we doing resource-wise? We have 12 idle people, 37 food, 23 water, 57 or 67 out of 115 lift. We are so slow. We have to resolve this issue. All right, so the next step is to be putting in propulsion. So at the moment, all we have is sail. So this will eat up 4 people, but how much does it give us in terms of propulsion? It's high cost, no fuel, 4 workers, high speed. So yeah, we're putting that in. All right. So that makes us low on forest. So we'll put 5 people on forest. We're going to send a worker out. We're going to get us the relic. We're going to also send out a bunch of people to pick up water. And then we're going to take a peek around to see if we can resolve this quest. Yeah, we should be right on top of it if it was centered. But since it's not centered, we will have to look out into the world. See what's sort of jumps out at us. No, no. Yeah? Am I on top of it? No, 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 no. There's a settlement there. We found 2 relics, which is good. So that'll take us up to 2 in total. We have no quartz, which means we can't build more glass, and no clay, so we can't make adobe. So we're gonna have to fix that. Let's start by putting some people on that. Putting some people on. We can't put people on food. There is no. How's this water doing? Water's more critical at the moment, so we're going to focus on that. Let's see what the settlement says. We should be able to get everyone this time. We can. Excellent. So we need to make homes for people then. I don't know that we can build homes that will be near Faith, though. Yeah. Well, what we could do is we can make a mirror image over here. Almost a mirror image. We were talking about putting in need paths. But here, so we have our minaret. We could stick a minaret like here. Even here would be fine. Well, what would happen if we put a housing block like that, and then we took the minaret and popped it in sort of the middle? It would get most of it. Yeah, alright, we're gonna do that. So we take our path, and then we drop in the minaret. Perfect. So we'll get people faithed up, which will be perfect, and everyone will be happy, there'll be much rejoicing, all that good stuff. You can even fit a... interesting. Got 3 lists to front, 1 to right. Yeah. We need to put... lift items. We have to put some stuff in the back to sort of balance things out. Oh, hey, Verkir. Thanks for joining. I didn't see your post there. I'm gonna move this window so I'm easier able to see words coming out of mouth not working. Beep. I am a robot. Yeah, Verkir, good to see you. I'm going to move the chat window closer to my eyeballs so that I don't miss such chats. How you been? What have you been up to? Yeah, it's been a long time since I streamed. I took a break. Was working a new job. The health wasn't doing so good. But now I have some free time and I'm feeling a bit better. So that's always a nice place to be. And I get to spend some quality time with the people on Twitch, like yourself. And we've been streaming for solid just over 2 hours at this point. So everybody, you should have had a drink of water. You've stretched. Don't want to get those deep leg thrombosis things going on. So you're doing well. That's good to hear, Verkir. And how's school going? Are you still in? Are you doing university? If so, are you doing it from home due to the COVID and all that, or are you working? What are you up to? All right. So what we're trying to do here, could that be our target? No, it's super far out there. So let's head down this way. I love how the sediment looks here. Check this out. like, see the ages of how the world, you know, dropped iron into the soil and it rusted, becoming iron oxide. So cool. Elusive! So good to see you. That's great. Yeah, it's good to see you. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. Everyone's showing up to the stream all of a sudden. Yeah. Verkir just checked in on how I was doing. And Gigi Nannert shows up. Wow. Holy moly. Something's happened. I'm doing well, Elusive. Thank you. It's just been a while. Life got busy, health got bad, so I stepped away from streaming, but I've come back and you know, lurked on a couple of other people's streams, but really didn't engage much. Yeah, so it's good. How is everybody else doing? Gigi Nannert, good to see you. Right now we're playing little Airborne Kingdoms because it's a wonderful game, just so adorable. I love it. A great game to play, just to zen out to. I am looking forward to the new game plus mode that they're building for it, though, where they, you know, once you've got the game sort of figured out and you want a challenge, there's going to be a challenging version of it. They're also coming out with creative mode, which is very cool. Yeah. Oh, you are playing it, Elusive. That's excellent. Yeah, I got it a couple weeks ago as well during one of the sales on Epic, I think. And then I decided that I finished it, I think, in 2 days. I just played it so intensively, words, and it was awesome. Loved it. And then I decided, you know what? I'm going to come back and stream for a little bit and share this delightful game with people. Verkir, right. You've been graduated for a year now and you're just working. So what did you graduate with and what working are you doing? And congratulations on being graduated for a year. That's amazing, dude. That's so good. Okay, we're gonna grab some quartz here because we need it for our glass industry. And if we take a quick look at our facilities here, we're a little front heavy. One thought I had was we could put some warehouses in the back here. I'm gonna slow down the game a little bit. We could put some warehouses in the back, and what would that achieve for us? Well, two things. One, it would level out our city a little more, but on top of it, what it would do is create resource facilities in such a way as to make them more accessible, because we will end up putting industrial stuff back here, like farming and other types of production building. So you want them to be able to get easily to their warehouses, right, to complete the goods flow. So what does this do? Still puts 2% in the front, but right now our front tilt is quite bad. What are we thinking? I mean, what we could do, there'd be no right tilt and just a little front tilt. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. So we're gonna build a path out, drop down a warehouse like so, and also just make sure that all of our warehouses are 2 stories. Yep, that is good. You can double up, even triple up on some buildings, which is great. So is everybody having a wonderful Sunday? I know I'm having a wonderful Sunday. Having returned to Twitch and hanging out with you guys is excellent. And we had a lazy morning. It was really, really nice. And now we are playing this delightful game. What else is coming with this game? Right, there's a creative mode that's coming, which is going to be the opposite of the new game plus. It's going to allow you to just sit down and, you know, just like in Minecraft creative, you can just build and see what your city looks like and just make it pretty and fun, you know? It's a lively, easy version of the game. It's not meant to have a challenge beyond the challenge of your imagination, what you can build, which is something I'm terrible at. I'm very much a German builder. I want things to be efficient and well-designed, sometimes over-engineered. But I love to see what creative people out there come up with for these kinds of games. It just blows my mind. I just get boggled by it. And then what else? We get controller support. In a city builder game, that's going to be intriguing, but other city builders have done it. And what was the last thing that they were building? Oh, an infinite mode where you could just keep playing the game forever. Now, you can keep playing the game after you finish the game, I did play my kingdom for a little bit afterward. But certain resources, and especially human resources, don't respawn. So once you've collected all of the settlers on the map, that's it. It's done. So this will, I think, allow immigrant settler type individuals to respawn in settlements so you can bring them in. And so the limit will really be, I guess, your PC's capability to run enough polygons. That's all I can think of. So we found all the relics here. I am totally at a loss for this. Let's have a quick look at our map. I bet you it's over here. I bet you it's right on this. This quest we're looking for, this wind spitter, is sitting right here. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in that direction. And if I'm wrong, I'll eat my boom mic. No, I won't. I won't do that. Food and water are a bit, not dicey, but they're down to 2/3. So, you know, there's no reason that I can't pick up a little more of that on the way. The other nice thing as you play this game is you get way more colors that you can use, which is tons of fun. So you can make your cities look really awesome, color-wise. Color-wise! Alright, so how many guys do we have? We have 37 available homes. 37 homes, 36 of which are filled at the moment. We're gonna send some people to get water. And so we're pulling 8 food out of this thicket from our 4 guys per trip. And we're pulling out 10 water total from our 5 guys per trip. Guys, gals, you name it. It's an equal opportunity world over here. There it is. I told you that's where that wind spinner was. All right, let's go get it. Let's complete a quest, because what happens when you complete a quest? People love you. And when people love you, they want to hang out with you. And when they want to hang out with you, they join you. And their city grows. That's right. The city grows. All right. We're almost there. We're gonna come thundering in. We're probably gonna play for maybe another 30 minutes or so. This is gonna be a shorter stream compared to like the 4 to 6 hours I used to do. The reason for that is just I haven't streamed in a long time, so my voice doesn't hold up anymore. I can already feel it failing on me, and you know, there's a few other things that need to happen on a Sunday out here. What are we gonna do? So we got more of the coal storage. So we've doubled our coal storage. We can increase the range of the minaret. I really like this idea. It's expensive though. So we need propulsion. Our propulsion is really bad at the moment. We could get propellers, which would do good work for us and don't require a lot of workers, like 2. High cost, average speed. What are we thinking here? Well, we could get the water condensers, but those require workers. So let's try to think this through carefully. What do we really need? What do you think, Twitch chat? What do you think? I'm gonna say the propeller. The oars are super cute, though. Low cost, no fuel, 1 worker, low speed, but they look adorable. I'm gonna get some. Because they're adorable, so we're doing that. There it is, Settlers of the Gale. A squat frame holds an ancient wind spinner. A small settlement has formed around it, though the spinner itself has been broken for a long time. So the wind spinner did not function, for the settlers knew not how it worked, but formed a settlement around it, attached to... let's try that again. For the settlers knew not how it worked, but formed a settlement around its attached shelter. Okay. Sometimes I think these things get lost in translation. We ask if we can have the wind spinner, and they say, yo, sure thing. Actually, what they say is, we ask of the wind spinner and tell them that one in Malia is broken. At mention of Malia, the settlers gasp. Their settlement originates from a band of Malian explorers lost in the wastes, unable to return home. We are told conditions in the settlement have worsened. Their wind spinner tilling connection has broken and no longer turns. Though they think this spinner's parts can be used to fix the one in Malia. They agree to bring the components to Malia if only we return with the settlers who wish to go back with us. We agree and set off. Awesome possum, as they say. See what they have Settlers, come, join, be happy. Let's do this thing. So now we have too many settlers, but that's okay, because we're gonna build a little bit more homes here. Housing block. 1, 2. There we go. Wait a second. Wow, that actually fit in there? You guys can't trust me to actually play this game properly. Let's make sure everyone's happy. Well-lit paths is perfect. Everyone has a home. So we need to make our way back to Malia, which is up here, which is northeast of us. So let's find northeast. There, excuse me, there we go. Perfect. This game is so nice, real relaxing, well put together. Looks like there might be a settlement we can pick up from there, plus some water while we're passing by. Also, once we, just remind me, Twitch chat, that the next thing we're going to do for resources or storage is we're going to start getting these stacking, maybe? Yeah, I think we want to be able to stack stuff. Yeah, because we need more water storage, and I don't really want to put down too much in the way of water resource holding facilities. Though we don't have one in play yet, so I could throw one down. Still puts a tilt to the front. We could put one here. How about over here? I like this idea. Put the path in place. Ah, the ore is done. So, for the time being, I'm going to get stacking of water and food, because I like that idea. So we'll put one of our water towers right here. And that means that currently we're only tilting a little bit to the front, and people are okay with that. You know, they've re-leveled all of their, you know, table legs in the kitchen so that the food doesn't roll off the table. It's not too bad. It's a 2%. Come on, it's all good. All good. We are nearly out of wood, so we're going to put as many workers on wood as possible. Currently, people are working forests and oases. They're also researching, running the adobe kilns, powering our wings, our sails. They're making glass, and they are being religious individuals. So, let's get these fine individuals to join us. And we are now over again. So, we need to build some housing. Some hosing. Must be Canadian. Oh, it turns out I am. Funny me. Where do we want to build this? Oh, I know what I wanted to do. It was stacking housing that I was getting all excited about. 32 hours. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. It's too soon. Way too soon. So we'll pop these guys out. We still have a tilt of 2 degrees to the front. We're listing a little bit. But, you know, our lift is good. It's just our speed's kind of poor. We don't have a lot of idle people here, which is a little concerning. But that might be, yeah, because we have so many people committed to construction projects and so on and so forth. So we're going to get some more coal, though, because we are running low. We're down to a third. So to be fair, let's try to remember that we've also doubled our storage capacity. So that's part of the problem right there. Yeah, so things are going really nicely here. I think we've started to get past that awkward phase we had in the beginning where I was building the most bizarre shaped facility ever because I was trying to future-proof as much as possible, and it just ended up being very unstable looking. But now, it is too wide. Like, a gust of wind would come in from this side and start flipping us over. But we'll start building back now. Though, if I was creative, I'd find some cool design to make. But I'm not. Sorry, Twitch. Sorry, chat. Alright, so we just got the jubilant individual who wouldn't join us before. How much water's in this oasis? Let's try to get a bunch of water in. We'll put 4 workers on that. And we're also going to try to get some adobe going again. And some food coming in. Oh, and we do need to make a home here for our fine feathered friend who just joined us. This guy gets faith from the minaret, so that's good. Now, also the thing you should see there, chat, is these red areas mean that people don't like living next to them. So currently we have a lot of our industry over on this side, with a bit of noisy stuff on this side. Like if you look here, we have our adobe kiln, which is annoying to live near, and then the glass smelter, which is particularly annoying to live near. I have to tell you though, I saw a glass blower when I was at Niagara Falls in Ontario, Canada, that they were doing glass blowing that just, well, no pun intended, blew my mind. What they're capable of doing with those, and doing fast. Oh, this guy made essentially a unicorn. It was his project that he did as a apprentice. And he had to get really good at it, do it very, very quickly. And he could make this unicorn that was, I don't know, like say 6 inches tall, rearing out of glass, one piece of glass that he blew, and he could do it in like 15 minutes. It was quite the display. I was really impressed by it. All right, so how are we doing here? We're at 32 water and 24 food. We're trying to get a bunch of stuff in here. Clay deposits is getting loaded. We're really running low. What we're gonna do is we're gonna head back in, drop off that quest, redeem the quest, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to pick up some more workers, because when you do that, you get more inhabitants, more workers. More inhabitants means more workers in this game, because you have no duds, right? There's no kids who do nothing. There's no old people who just do nothing and sit around and go, when I was young, we used to wear an onion on our belt because that was the style at the time. You know, the useless mouths like you see in other games like Banished and so on and so forth that don't contribute anything to society. Oh man, look at how pretty that is. You don't get that in this game. Take a photo mode. Oh, lovely. Let's take a pic, shall we? Even got like one of our dudes coming in, one of our guys leaving. All right. How do I bring that back up? Right, like that. Take the screenshot. Lovely. Now let's adjust our camera blur. Oh, that's the front end camera. Push it out further. I want to sort of be able to see that kingdom in the back. Oop. That's pretty. Oh, that's it. Lovely. If anybody wants screenshots of this, just let me know and I'll send me an email and I'll send screenshots of the game we were playing together. It'll create memories. We will rejoice. There'll be much rejoicing. All right, let's get to Malia. What do they got? Malia. We returned to the parts to Malia Passage. On our journey back, some of the settlers have been convinced of the Airborne Kingdom prophecy, and a few wish to join us. Awesome. We journey together to top of the wind spinner. Our new members agree that they should repair it themselves, for they know its workings. However, they need materials and time to make it function. So can we help them? Sure thing. 15 wood, most of our wood. 5 glass, we got plenty of glass. And 2 workers. Ugh. Workers is always an issue. Alright, so they want us to hang around nearby while we do that. So we're going to pick up more wood here. That's fine. We'll put some guys on water duty. We have to build some more homes. So let's get on that right now. And we don't have enough wood. Come on, bring it in. I believe. So do these guys... I gotta click on these dudes here. Gathering clay at the deposit. That's a little frustrating that they go... Where are they going to drop this off? Let's just follow this guy. Is he going to this warehouse? Why would you do that? There's a warehouse right here. A dir? Alright, well, what we're gonna do, maybe they think this one is full? We could drop a secondary there. And hopefully having 2 facilities here will be sufficient to this particular Yeah, see, these guys are coming back and forth smoothly. Like, where's this guy going? Gathering wood from the forest. So he's dumping it at this particular warehouse. I don't pretend to understand it, folks. I'm just gonna work with it as best we can. Alright, so everybody has a home at this point? They sure do. We got idle workers. So we'll get more water. And we're gonna push ourselves in this direction. And see if we can't reach this thicket. We sure can. Awesome. Insufficient aircrafts. Finally, insufficient aircrafts. Oh, look at the wind spinners in play. As the wind spinner begins to turn anew, a remarkable sight occurs in Malia. The people pause from their duties because they were all work-oriented. Now they're, work with a little play. They marvel at the now functional technology repaired by being connected and from working together. Many Malians begin asking us questions, intrigued by possibility. A few even join our cause, convinced of our goals. They all agree it is time to build a skyport and connect Malia with the outside world. For that day, the Malian mindset changed. No longer was their own efficiency solely their purpose. They sought to increase the efficiency of all around them, for only then would they reach their own pinnacle as well. Oh, I see. So, the whole bringing everyone together communally through our prophecy is, communism by prophecy. And these guys are the German efficiency. They just need Lebensraum, right? They're moving out into the world, and they're going to make everybody else efficient. One of us. One of us. All right, so we need... we definitely need to get our hands on more wood. That is a limiting factor at the moment. So we have too many people. Wow, we are expanding hand over fist. It's pretty amazing. Could we put some more in here? Like, kind of mirror image this? I think we're gonna try that. Let's just see what that would look like. Like, oh, of course we don't have enough wood to do it. Anyway, we will fast forward in order to get as much of this stuff on board. There you go. And then... No, it's two more facilities, 2 more housing blocks. Bunk, bunk. And then what ends up happening? It's 1, 2, 3. Yes, it's 1, 2, 3. So, and we will go like this. Bring me more wood so I can complete my masterpiece. Ding dong. Hello? Who is it? Alright, so that does that. And then we build a path along like so. And then this goes like that. And then we go to desires and put a minaret in. I just need to make sure I'm getting this mirror correctly. This mirrored correctly. Like that. Perfect. Like it was meant to be. And then we will put the rest of the path around like so. Get rid of that. Yes, destroy that. And then there. Looks good. All right, let's slow things down for a second. We've filled up our water entirely. We're still working on the food. Coal is starting to get short. We actually... No, we haven't constructed the skyport because we're low on wood. Are there any blueprints we still need to get? There are, but we do not have enough relics to make that happen. So, where can we get a bunch of wood on short notice? We could trade them for it. They'd be like, we desperately need wood. Oh, can we do that? We wish to speak of other things. Let us barter resources. So you need wood, do you? So, we happen to have all this adobe. Is this actually a thing? Can I do this? This is ridiculous if it's true. So you need wood to make this thing. And we just need two aircraft to make this work. No problem. Easy. Just means we need to take 2 people off tasks. 1, 2. Over here. Well, they needed wood. We bought wood from them. We gave them wood. And now they can build their device. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever to me, but on the positive, it works out for us. We're all happy. All right. So, like I was saying, we're getting a little concerned about the lack of coal. So what's the nearest coal facility? Right here. Can we move to, say, this location and still be within Skyport construction range and then actually pick up some coal at the same time? That would be awesome. Okay, so we stopped gathering from the oasis. It's fine. Our food and our... let's just take some of this food off from the thicket, leaving us, say, 2 just as a... keep that maxed out. And then we'll put the rest in the coal deposit so we can max out our coal deposit as quickly as possible. And in the meantime, people... Look see the wind spitter's working now. And we are about to see the development of another skyport. So there we go, our second ally. Just great. We're now allied with Malia Passage. Great! See, the game told us it's great, so it must be great. With the skyport complete, Malia Passage is now connected to us and its neighbors. A great number of workers have also joined our cause. They offer to supply us with 1 wood every hour. Now that we are connected to the skies, it should be easy. Now that they are connected to the skies, it's easy. We must find the other kingdoms and connect them as well. One of us, one of us. Then all peoples will enjoy collective harmony and the prophecy will be complete. This is sounding a lot like the Tau from Warhammer 40k. It's like, we're going to make you become one of us, whether you like it or not, essentially. Alright, so that's done. We are now known as an airborne settlement. Booyah. So, that's great. Rejoice, our community has grown yet again. We are closer to our goal and now have strength in numbers. However, the larger our population, the more voices begin clamoring for both lit paths and faith, our 2 sources of light, right? So there's physical light and faith-born light. We might placate their cries with other buildings that give desires as well, but at the start of our journey, we do not know what these constructions are. Oh, look. Let's see, 44 inhabitants have faith from nearby buildings, 64 paths are well lit. Okay, well, first things first, let's fix that, lit path issue. Well, hold on, what does the shrine, would the shrine do? It does both light and faith, and I don't feel like that's terribly useful, the way I build, so... Okie dokie. What if we did here, and here, just for now? And... do we need one here? We will, because we'll be extending. So let's do that. So our kiln has used up all the clay, so let's get as much of that as we can. And let's expand our warehouse here, as we quite quickly fill them up. Things are starting to balance out though, do you see that? 1% front, 0% right. We got some holes in our facility, but it's all with good meaning. Everyone's got homes, which is perfect. And everyone is... oh, jubilance has been obtained again. Okay, so this is perfect. So what we're going to do in the interim is we're going to scooch over here and pick up this particular... So if we look at our map, you can see 3 of 3. That means we've gotten all the settlers there. We can now stack our water towers, which is great. We're going to do the same with our food silos. That's going to be next. Right, so what I was saying was settlements 2 of 3, 3 of 3. That means there's still 1 settler here who can be picked up, 1 worker, migrant. This is fully done. So like this guy, this guy, this guy, all these places have excess individuals because when we first went past them, we were satisfied rather than jubilant, which meant we could only pick up 2 of 3 individuals. So now, see, this guy will join because we are jubilant, so they become one of us. So that's all good. I think everything looks fine there. We probably could pick up a little bit of this coal before we go. we should do, it seems like, I feel like we need to put in another... Almost thinking what we should do is put in, like, move this over to here. This warehouse could go here, and then we could put in another one of these flight districts. Let's try doing that. I know I said I wasn't going to pause much, but it's instinct on my part at this point. Oh, right, they won't let me do it like that. Because rotation would require me to have the path. Well, actually... Let's think about it for a second. No, I want this new, like, here. Alright. I will just show you rather than poorly attempt to articulate what I'm trying to do here. So, watch. If we move this now to... yeah. Like this. I have to wait till they build it out. Okay, go, go, go. Red team, go. Go faster. Move faster, must move faster. Okay, now we should be able to move this. Yeah, okay. Now... there. Why will you not fit? Overlaps existing construction. Right. But I'm moving the existing oh, it's because it's lifting up the second floor. That's why. God damn it. Okay, it's fine. We can just do this for the time being. Take this. Now you see what I'm getting at, right? Because I put this here, and we move this on top of here, and move this, say here. Now, if we put in place the hangar, see? Perfect fit. And when they come off of this hangar from collecting resources, they can dump it right into this warehouse. Perfect. 73% of paths are well lit. That's perfect. Not perfect, but it's good. We'll probably end up shaking things up in here a little bit in the future. But for now, I think that's where we're going to end the stream today. It's been a very good stream. I was extremely happy with how that turned out. I am going to see if anybody else... I'm going to see if anybody else is streaming at the moment that we can send this over to. How do I do raids again? Just give me a second here. Sorry, everyone. This is a clear example of how I'm still figuring out how to do this stuff after almost a year of not streaming. But if I go to channel? No. Creator dashboard. Oh, this might be it. We can do a raid. This used to be a lot more simple. It was much more obvious. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it for now. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I'll figure out how to do raids next time that I play. And we can raid somebody at that point. Hopefully Elusive Bacon or somebody is online like Verk here, and I will raid you guys. But thank you very much for coming out to see me today. It means a great deal. I'll be back on again in the next couple of days. Generally, I stream at Atlantic Standard Time. And that's like GMT -3 or 4. You know, something like, you know, Universal Time -3 or 4. So, all right. Be well. Thank you for showing, and have a very nice day. Bye now.